Ooh, jet lag is a beautiful thing sometimes because it means that you can wake up at 4:30 in the morning and shoot a sunrise and not even feel tired. I'm here in Tokyo now and I'm gonna go out and shoot my first sunrise. Let's go. So here in Tokyo, I'm staying in Shinjuku, and it's a pretty good location, the Airbnb, because it's like a 5-minute walk to the underground, to the metro, to the subway, whatever they call it here in Tokyo. And I'm picking a location based on the Facebook group that I have, the Facebook community I have. I posted a couple weeks ago asking for some cool locations. Somebody mentioned this bridge that you can see like 3 or 4 trains whizzing by at the same time. I thought that would be a cool spot to shoot first time in Tokyo. So yeah, let's go shoot it. So I made it to Hijiri-bashi, which is this bridge that somebody recommended. Apparently you can see 4 trains whizzing by at the same time. Now 5 in the morning, so I have like 20 minutes to kill. I made it here early, somehow managed the subway for the first time and didn't get too lost. I'm at a classic place here in Tokyo, a vending machine, and you get these cards. It's called a Suica card. No, that's my Costa card. You get these, oh no, where did I put it? In Japan, and not just Tokyo, you can use this card called Suica, the Suica cards, and they work for the subway, they work for the trains, they work for basically anything that you can buy something cheap. So even the vending machines, you just tap it, you just choose what you want. So I want just a black coffee, you pick what you want, and then you tap it. And then I've got a hot black coffee coming out, and I'm gonna drink said hot black coffee as I set up my camera gear here on Hijiri-bashi Bridge. So I'm set up here on the bridge, and I see 3 trains for sure. I'm not sure I see 4. There's one on this bridge in the bottom. There's one that comes through here, actually the one I got off of. And then way down that way on the bridge, there's another train. I guess if they're talking about 4 trains, they might be talking about the 2-way train traffic here. But the reality is this isn't an easy photo. There's not a lot of train traffic yet. The light's not great right now. And just timing it and figuring it all out has been a challenge. There's a lot of light down on the bottom, so I'm actually shooting my grad filter upside down. Most people use grad filters to hold in the light in the sky. I'm actually using it to keep the light in the foreground down in the subway and along the train lines where it's a bit overexposed. So I've got my grad filter, which is just a 2-stop, and it's upside down right now, and that's trying to cure this. But a couple things are going on. One, it's really hard to tell their trains with like a 30-second exposure and it's still really dark. And 2, trying to time the trains coming through is a bit of a challenge. So I think instead of like a 30-second exposure like I usually want, I think I want like a second exposure or a half a second exposure so I get the blurriness of the trains, but you can still tell they're trains. So I might jack up the ISO and see if that fixes things, or I just might wait until sunrise to see if that gives me a little bit more light. Let's hang out, shoot some time lapse, and hope this all turns out. Neither the lights nor the trains are really cooperating with me. The light is bland, kind of gray. I didn't really get a blue hour at all. And the trains haven't been moving. I haven't seen a train in so long now. So yeah, it's not really working out the way I wanted it to, but I can still make shots. I can still talk about composition here. I was shooting just down the bridge. And I think one of the easiest things to do in photography and travel photography, oh, train, is that, oh, double train. Come on, baby. Okay, I got 2 trains in that shot. Finally. Anyways, what I was saying is one of the easiest things to do in photography is just set up and not move. And whenever I'm running my photography workshops, it's one of the things I really have to push on people is move. And I don't mean like take one photo here and then run to another location. I mean literally just move your tripod a couple feet, have a look around, try to find the perfect shot rather than just the good shot. So I was over there, it was okay, but this location's a little bit better because you get leading lines straight down this river, straight down this canal towards all the buildings, and you have a little bit better balance with the train lines. This train's moving again, I'm gonna fire off another shot without even looking, and it just works a little bit better. So when you set up your camera, move a little bit, just get it perfect. So I just went Instagram live. I like to go Instagram live quite a bit because it's fun. I do a photo tutorial live. If the light's not great, I kind of have some people to chat to as I'm sitting here shooting. And as I did, the 4 trains happened. All 4 trains went whipping across, and it was crazy because I was just like firing off shots as quick as I could. And I think they came out okay, despite the light not being absolutely perfect. It was okay, it just wasn't perfect. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, go do it right now. And you can check out some of these live videos. But as I was doing that live video, somebody asked me, why don't just do a composite? Why don't I shoot 4 different shots of the 4 different trains here and stitch them together? And I thought that was a great question. And the answer is, most agencies, most photo agencies that are gonna sell your images, they actually won't sell composites. Composites are fine art photography, but you can't sell them as editorial because it's not an event that happened at one moment. There are 4 events happening meshed together. And I guess some editorial clients might buy composite images and then say this is a composite image, but most of the time most agencies aren't gonna buy composite images. You actually have to mark with my agency that there's been photo manipulation. And anytime you mark something as photo manipulated, it usually gets rejected. So that's why I don't do it very often. It's not only that I'm a little bit lazy, it's not that I'm a purist, it's for that reason. Now, I guess it's time to jump back on the subway and go see what Jody's doing. Maybe check out a little bit more of Tokyo. So I've got a meeting at the Estonian embassy here in Tokyo, and that seems like the most random thing ever, and it's maybe something I haven't talked about on this channel, but starting like really soon, my business is going to be based in Estonia through their e-residency program. So I have to go pick up my e-residency there, and on the way there we're just kind of whipping through the Shinjuku Goyen, the Shinjuku Garden. And it's really beautiful in here, and really soon, like very soon, all the cherry blossoms are gonna start popping here. I see there's already a couple on some trees up here, but the big trees will eventually just be all pink. I think the forecast is in like 2 weeks they should start popping off, which should be amazing. We come to a part of town called Harajuku because Jody has been dying, and honestly for weeks, dying and talking about 3D lattes. What a 3D latte is, I still have zero idea, but there's a pretty famous place apparently up here called Reissue that makes them. We have a reservation because they're so popular you need a reservation, and I guess we're gonna go have a 3D latte, whatever that is. So apparently what a 3D latte is like the foam on the top of the latte. They make like a design or an animal or something like that. And Jody tells me that they can actually make anything. They can put anything on the front. And so I literally took the worst selfie of me ever, and I'm gonna see if they can put my selfie onto a latte, because I'm narcissistic like that. The real struggle of this latte art is I don't think I can drink myself. I am delicious. My plan for this whole Japan trip is to kind of do two things every day. One photography thing, usually sunrise, and then one like Japanese tourist travel, something crazy or something really truly Japanese every single day. And what's more Japanese than having a latte of your face in Harajuku? Here. I love Japan. I found a new jumper for Jody.
Look, it has my favorite Powerpuff Girl and bunnies. I need this.
I think I should get this one.
I want this so bad. Best Powerpuff Girl and bunnies.
I wasn't messing around when I said I was gonna buy a shirt, but these things are so ridiculous. I can't even put it into words. Kinda love them. Shirt 1. Shirt 2 might be a little bit too purple for me. I love this. This was my favorite, but I don't think that black suits me. I think I'm more of a color guy. So maybe I'll go with shirt number 1. I ended up buying t-shirt number 1. It was just too good not to buy. And I think by the time we leave Japan, I'm gonna have the most Japanese wardrobe you've ever seen. And it's gonna be so ridiculous and amazing at the same time. So far, I can't say how much I'm enjoying Japan. This has just been so good. It's only day 1, and yeah, it's so good. I'm so excited for the rest of the days already because this has just been so good. I keep saying it, but I'm gonna like Japan. I know I'm gonna like Japan, which actually makes me really happy because this is kind of where my travel history starts. In Japan as a 13-year-old on exchange, that time in Kyoto and Hokkaido Island. But it kind of held like a really special part in my life for so long that I was actually a little bit nervous coming back and worried that I wasn't gonna love it and it was gonna like change my perception. And yeah, I love it. So I'm stoked, so stoked. Let's keep exploring. The thing that shocks me about Japan, or the thing that I really first noticed when we first got here and just were walking around, and that's how quiet it is. We were in Shinjuku and like the main street with cars on the road and just thousands of people around us, and just talking, normal voice. It felt like we were screaming because it's so quiet here. And it's kind of just crazy for a capital city like this just to be so quiet. And I think a lot of it is the vehicles are hybrid or electric, a lot of them. The people are just really quiet and respectful. They're not yelling like Canadians or Americans do. And there's just no noise. And it's amazing. It just feels so good. It feels so comfortable. Nothing feels stressful or dramatic. And I think what I was expecting about Tokyo was to be overwhelmed by it. I thought what I was expecting was to have crowds everywhere, to be shoulder to shoulder. And I know Japanese people because I spent time here when I was a kid and I know how respectful they are. But I think I was still expecting, I don't know, I was expecting it to be kind of pushy and frantic and rushed. And you see all these images on TV of like the people being shoved onto subways. And I haven't experienced that at all. I've just kind of experienced this calm in this city that I didn't expect, and it's been amazing. So I think I'm gonna end this video on that note, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more photography and some more exploration here in Tokyo. I want to go to the Shibuya crossing, the famous crossing that everybody goes. I'm gonna go in the morning where it's kind of calmer and quieter, I think, and then hang out until like 7 or 8 in the morning. So that's what's coming up, and I'll see you there. Peace.